did my synopsis on it. Tomorrow is 5-4. For us semi geeks, a good day. May the 4th be with you, and all that other good shit. As a vibrationalist who watches numbers and sequences and shit, tomorrow don't get no better than today. And that'll kind of come up in this reading. And this is not everything bad. This is holy shit. If we don't do something different, we're going to keep on seeing the same. This is a, what's up, Nipsey? This is a, hey, guys, hey, this shit ain't as good as they're trying to tell you it is. You understand that? Like if you turn on the news, the economy is the best it ever been. But then 9 out of 10 people saying, God damn, groceries is getting higher. Food is getting higher. It's harder to get a good job. But then you got these motherfuckers on TV telling you that everything's good. You got to start thinking for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You have to start thinking for yourself, and you cannot buy the rhetoric that is being fed to you. That'll come up in this reading. So, may the 4th be with you tomorrow. I'll just read. I just posted a minute ago, Heels numerology. So let's just go down it. Again, for people who are new to me, this is Heels numerology. This is my number system. This is integrated dissection numerology, where you look at the numbers and you create sequences because they're all there. Now, whether you find alignment with them or resonance or ignorance, that's your choice. I don't care. At the end of the day, you have to let your life tell your tale. So this is what I see. And it's not to be right or to be wrong. It's just what the fuck I see. So 5/4/2024. Move within a box and see what pops off. You get that? 5/4/2024. If you are inside of a box and you moving around, see what pops off. That, for people my age, is what, I don't even know if they still have them. We used to call those jack-in-a boxes. You trapped in a box and you moving around. Only in this jack-in-a-box, there's no value menu. Ain't no value menu here. When you are trapped and you are only making movements within the trap, that shit don't do nothing but cost you. Another thing we used to do when I was little was we used to catch bumblebees inside of morning glories and tulips and shit. And you catch them and you shake them and hear them go, bzzz. They're agitated, they're irritated, but they can't get free. That is where a lot of people are at. Again, my warnings for yesterday was this month is going to show you a lot of mental energy. 5 is a movement number, so it's going to show you a lot of mental energy. You're going to have people going through all kind of shit. But that's basically because they feel like they're trapped. They feel like shit is not getting better and it's getting worse, or if they have these lofty ideas of what they want to see, and they over attach to it and they're not getting fruition out of it, then they act up and act out. So 5/4/2024, there's movement within the box, but watch what pops off. I'm gonna honor that. Y'all saw that card came up when I was getting ready to shuffle. Can't make it up. This is the element of waters. Empathy. Like I just got through saying, if you connected to too much shit out here, you're getting overwhelmed. And let your life tell your tale daily. Somebody who is connected to everything that is going on in this world right now, you might be low-key batshit crazy. And that is no disrespect. But if you allow yourself to be pushed and pulled by everything that's going on around you, you're a fool. You're a fool. 26. 2, you connected to 6. Your traumas. A lot of people don't get that. The reason why you keep connecting to a lot of stuff is because you have a trauma within you. Like, damn, that shit resonated. Yeah, but that was some deadly shit. Yeah, no, it resonated. For some people, it's because you haven't fixed this shit within you. Or, as a vibrationalist, it's some shit you ain't met yet. This is some deeper rooted core trauma, DNA level shit. So a lot of people are out here connected and stuff that ain't doing nothing but taking them out of their own waters. That's the element of water. The element of waters is where you get creation. So that'll be the gist for this whole reading. May the 4th be with you. Empathy. Your energy being moved into a path, and it'll tell who you are. Empathy. Your energy being moved into a path, and it's going to end up being who you are. That's the higher meaning of empathy. Don't come in here asking me no crazy questions. Are you getting promoted? Did you do everything you need to do to get promoted? And here's in this, you call me an asshole, I don't care. In the sense of your question, are you getting promoted at your job? Because you're probably being funny, so I'll be funny with you. Did you do everything to get promoted? And if you did and they're not honoring you, why are you still there? Ta-da! This is what I'm talking about, Jedi mind tricks. If you are putting in your energy into a place that is not valuing you, Why the fuck are you still there? You can trick yourself in saying, well, it's the only thing I got. Then you need to do more. You need to do more to get out of the system. We collectively, not me so much anymore. Yeah, I gotta stop sucking the systems, Johnson. Really, y'all want this shit to fall apart, but y'all do everything to hold this shit together. Y'all fall for every fucking Jedi mind trick they put in front of you. They tell you to get out here and work so that you can live, and then they tax you this that you can't live, and then when you get through working, you ain't got no more life left. Oops, let's get back into my reading. 5/4/2024. Moving in a box. See what the fuck happens. Keep moving where they have us trapped. Watch what manifests. Oops. The Tower card in reverse. More chaos. More chaos. This is the Tower card. This is Kali Ma. You are 1 and 6. Remember we started with the whole gist of this reading was 2 and 6. You're connected to the traumas. 6 is traumas. Now we're at 1 and 6. The potential is your trauma. I just got to tell you that if you are dealing with empathy, wherever you move that's where you're gonna end up becoming. I gave my energy into the military, so then I become military minded. I gave my energy into being a Buddhist priest, then now I'm a Buddhist mind. You understand that? I gave my energy into being a gangbanger. All the shit now, the thing I fucking can affiliate myself with is being a gangbanger. Whatever you set your energy into and becomes your foundation, that becomes you. Only, like I just got through telling you a few minutes ago, movement within a box that already has you trapped. Only thing you're going to do is manifest more chaos, because guess what? You didn't move to get free. You just wanted to be safer within the trap. Go in the woods, set a bear trap, or a rabbit trap, or a fox trap, and then when they get trapped, you think they just gonna sit there and move around with the trap? Hell, some animals will bite their fucking limb off just so they can be free. Humans ain't gonna do that though. Humans are trying to find a way to make the condition better for them, even though the condition already told you, I'm gonna kill you. No, can't be that serious, guy. 5444, the next line. You can't keep still. You can't keep still. No, you know what? Like I put on this post. Know what happens when a child won't keep still when they get a haircut? You understand that? 5444. Moved where you're already trapped. A child sitting in a chair and you tell them be still, get ready to do your lineup, and the child does like this in the middle of the lineup. Now they line all fucked up. Now their line is all fucked up, so now they are out of alignment. Keep moving where you're already trapped. You're already out of alignment. Your line is already screwed. Why? Because you're just trying to find a better way to make the conditions work for you, when the whole trick was the energy only wants you to work. Not for yourself. Because if it wanted to work for you, why would you be in a trap? Some of y'all aren't getting that. If somebody has, oh God, I could take y'all places with this one. But let's use a little bit of common sense. If somebody has my best interest for me and loves me, why are they putting me through something just to show me they love me? Don't fall prey to your traumas there now. Let's use big boy and big girl common sense. If somebody loves me, why are they going to put me through something just to show me how much they love me? Try that shit with your children. Try that shit with your children. You know why I love you, but I ain't going to feed you and I'm not going to clothe you because I need you to understand how much I love you. 5444. 5444. You motherfuckers are finding a way to rejoice in that shit. This is the world we exist in, where you are taught less is more, and you've been taught that you have to go through something to get something. And it's the truth. You'll go through something to get something, more traumas. You'll go through something, you'll keep giving your energy into shit that's designed to keep you trapped, and at the end, you might get a plaque telling you, good job. Now go apply for more benefits, because even though you worked for 40 years, you don't have enough to now live, let alone learn how to survive. So this is the world card. This is things have you trapped and moving because you're trying to make a choice between what's burning you, that phoenix energy, and the goddess energy, which you help create. 2 and 1. I'm connected to that potential. 2 + 1, 3. My thoughts. The divine empress, that which sits behind everything. In the sense of a kingdom, the king sits up front, the queen sits behind him. The queen has the king gear, the queen's in control. 21, the world card, whatever has your ear has you under control. I'm glad you found me too. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever has your ear has you under control. That is the veritable Jedi mind trick. I know we all seen this meme recently where them cats, that one cat got the other cat bent up against the wall, and then the other cat walked by and go, and then the other cat like, whatever has that cat's ear will get you fucked up. Sorry. That other cat could have been innocent. The other cat's like, yo man, I saw her cheating last night. That's how y'all thoughts are in this realm. Why? Because it's lots of things set up around here to show you struggle, so that when struggle becomes presented, it's already readily acquainted with your energy. You understand that? Versus if everything here showed you reciprocity and balance and plentifulness and a nirvana type energy, then when you see it, you'd be more responsive to it. Did you get that? We're more responsive to negative based energies because that's all we get presented with. That's that trap, that box. So that you, don't even manifest safer energies. You just try and manifest safer negative energies. What's your pain level at today? 9? Well, next time we get back, let's shoot for a 6. Huh? Hey, Doc, can we shoot for a 0? No, well, we have a pain management chart right here to where we're going to reduce the amount of chemicals we put in your body because we want pain management, not pain release. I just lost so many of y'all right now that you fucking make me sick with it, but it's okay. 5444. You can't keep still. And now you're out of alignment. Why? Because we collectively are now in alignment for what has already told us it's better to keep us in the trap than to set us free. So much to the point to where people will campaign and riot and picket and vote for more shit that keeps them trapped. That's an enslaved mindset. That's an enslaved mindset. So moving on to the next line to where we run into 566. I tell you, in my number system, 66 is the self-saboteur. It is a master saboteur. Cool, Barbie. So in 66, you meet self-sabotage. Remember, I'm telling you, in my number system, 6 is your traumas. If I got traumas on this side of me and traumas on that side of me, guess the only thing that I'm being moved by? Them traumas. So guess what now I am? I'm that third 6. Holy shit, I am the mark of the beast. I got traumas right here. I got traumas right here. Holy shit. If I understood energy on a higher level where inside produces the outside, holy shit, them traumas didn't get there unless I manifested them. But when you don't understand what manifestation really is, you can easily be manipulated into being controlled by what's already around you because you think it is more dominant than you. Excuse me. I'm sorry for you, Cosmic. I'm sorry for you because that is that's a very disheartening thing in this country. If you're in this country, hey Rita, that's a very disheartening thing in this country because I really think that nobody should have to do that. But I don't know about where y'all at, but we live in a society that worries more about, and this, hey, fuck you pet owners if you get upset by me saying this, you'll be the fuck alright. We live in a country that worries more about pets than they do humans. Oh my God, I found 3 cats on the side of the road. Somebody please help me feed them. Ma'am, I haven't had a meal in 12 hours. Get a job, you lazy bum. You understand what I'm saying? If people looked out for people more than they did for animals, then there will be more animals to care for people. Holy shit, you see what just happened there? Reciprocal fucking effect. But because people are innately overwhelmed within themselves, they've been taught by this system to where if you're doing any fucking level of research or if you're just paying the minor amount of attention to what's going on in the news, they're now making it to where you get punished for being homeless instead of trying to find a way to get you out of that situation. There are cities that actually fine you and can give you jail time for being homeless. Hell, they did that shit here. In Charleston, we used to have an area downtown where up under the bridge, it was nothing but a homeless tent city. It got to the point to where, because I used to take old clothes and stuff down there, we couldn't even take clothes down there no more. And then a couple weeks later, they banned homelessness in the city. And then a couple weeks later after that, they start building these $1 million high rises, $1,600 a month for a 1 bedroom studio. So fuck the people who need a home. Let's just make better homes for the people who don't need a home, but we want your space. Holy shit. Sound like the roots of this country all over again. Give me what you got. Debo energy. But let's get to this reading. 566. Manipulated into self-sabotage. Feed them what you want them to eat and produce, and it's all they will know to do. When you get people caught into a cyclic system of thinking that this is the only thing I can do, that will be the only thing they can do. That is the veritable, we've always done it this way. Well, ma'am, sir, it's time to do something different. We can't do it. You already hit self-sabotage because you don't have enough belief in yourself, but you have total investment into what already got you trapped. See how powerful that trap is already? Once somebody trap you, and again, I apologize if this traumatizes somebody, but you need to face that shit anyway. Think about somebody in an abusive relationship, and like every time you try and leave, the abuser like, you ain't gonna leave me because of blah, 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 whatever. And you be like, well, I'm just gonna stay because it's safer for me to stay where I'm not safe than to go against the system, and now he or she might do something to me. He or she has already done something to you because you're not safe. But you get it? The ideology of facing what you think you already have under control becomes more appealing than to do something different and try and set yourself free. Holy shit, right back at that box again. Right back at that box again. And unfortunately, a lot of people who stepped into quote unquote spirituality, let's just say between 2010 and 2021, realized that making changes from the system, the big three religions and things on that level, made you an outcast. You understand that? You did something different, and then the system told you, we're going to punish you for not doing the same. So people started practicing self and started going into different forms of the occult or older religious practice or spiritual practices, and then their family blackballed them because now you're doing something different to get out of the trap, but they become the trap itself. So now you can't trust your family or your friends because they love the trap and have found condition within the trap that you making a condition to get free from the trap is a condition. You become a sickness. And if you've been following me for the past few years, I keep telling you, I call it spiritual AIDS. That is the condition of the collective consciousness. The collective consciousness has taught itself that that which needs not be done is the only thing that can be done, so that's healing. When people do something that needs to be done to break the cycle of sickness, that's called sickness. You understand that? Like somebody like me. I tell you to think for yourself. I don't tell you to think like me. I tell you to think for yourself and start asking the question why. That is I don't know what he talking about. See, I need my charts. I need my spirituality. I need my astrology. I need my blah 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 blah. I need my Lord and Savior. You need. That's that box. You have already gotten used to sucking from that box that you can't do anything for yourself. So then anything that challenges you to do something different already becomes the enemy. You already become a Sith because you already are the Jedi mind trick. You're already under self-sabotage. But you don't know it because you don't understand the way the human mind is programmed outside of human programming. 566, manipulating and self-sabotage. Feed them what they want and they won't be able to think outside the box. But the box is killing them. The box has already told you, I mean to contain you. You understand that? When you get a box, it is designed to contain you. Existing within a box already told you, you are under limitations. So 566, you already been manipulated into containing yourself. I hate to do this, but my people, think about what I just said. You've already been manipulated into containing yourself. You don't need nobody else to help you. You motherfuckers will destroy yourself. You don't trust each other. You can't get your own shit together. You don't need nobody else to point the finger at. You can't point the finger together. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. You share your sickness. Remember I told you that 6 was the trauma? Holy shit. But remember I told you that 6, that's a trauma, is now what people think is healing. You understand that? So perspectives, a 6 that you don't see as sick can become a 9. That's my highest vibration. You see that? You see that? A 6 and a 9 are the same damn thing. It's just depending on how you're looking at it. This is the Hermit card. You only want to share your energy with things that keep you safe. Go back to the analogy about how your family outcast you now that you start thinking different. So you ain't gonna bring that foolishness up into my house. Why? Because it's gonna challenge you to do a little research and think a little different. That's the devil being busy. So then they can no longer share energy with you because now you need healing. When the whole thing was you're now seeking healing by realizing I need to become more accountable for my own thought processes. Damn, you really are the devil. See, the devil done got my baby. So 566, the devil done got my baby. You done shared your energy with people who's gonna try and take you away from everything that we need, even though everything we need we ain't never got. Hi, I'm a Heyoka. I'm a sacred clown. My whole innate energy signature is offend. Offend through telling you straight up. I didn't say the word truth, but telling you straight up. If you motherfuckers don't stop this, if God for me bullshit, really. And you can be offended, and you can go ahead and end my life now like somebody probably gonna do, but I'm just gonna tell you straight up. If you don't start thinking beyond what sound good coming out of your mouth and start realizing the fucking traumas that's coming out of your mouth, see, God ain't gonna never put somebody in your path that can beat you. Holy shit, tell your ancestors that. Moving on to the next one. Tell your ancestors that. So moving on to that. 512. Manifested rituals. 5, movements, manifestation, manipulation, all that shit. 12, the hangman. Your fucking hang-ups. Your hang-up is a ritual. If you get hung up, holy shit, if you get hung, that's a ritual. Especially when they eat you or they take parts of your body and sell it. But I'm just saying, somebody asked a question, I'm going to answer. 6 is the beginning of spiritual self and 9 is restoration. Bullshit. Sorry, that's in the lower, I'm sorry, that's in your perspective. I apologize. It's not bullshit, it's just your perspective. If 6 is the beginning of spiritual self, what the fuck happened at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0? That motherfucker lost. 6 is where, holy shit, I done already moved and now I'm traumatized and now, holy shit, I might need to regroup. 9 is, I done made it to the end, but what did I go through? 5 is, holy shit, I moved. I moved. 1 is the potential. 0 was everything. 0 was everything. 0 was your origin point. 1 is where you gave up your potential into where you told yourself you was going to go. 2 was, I told myself I'm going to go somewhere, so now I connected to it because I now need to know. 3 was, I want to connect and communicate to it because it was the only thought that is now permeating in my mindset. 4 is, I've already connected to what I permeated in my mindset, and now I want to see it by visualizing. Holy shit, creation. But now I want to create it, and now I become bound to that creation, which means I'm trapped. 5 is, I have now trapped myself into something I created, and I can only move within that energy. So in that sense, it does become ego, but not the ego that you know. 5 becomes, I am moving in what I created, which means my energy has already generated something, and that's the only thing I can operate through. Ego. Energy being generated and operated. And now 5, because my energy has been generated and operated, I'm now trapped in what I created. 6, trauma. It's the only thing I can find. You understand that? 5 in the sense of divine feminine energy. 5 becomes, you stop at 5. Stop limiting yourself. Stop limiting yourself. Again, it's the same thing I'm talking about. When you can only pull from the trap that already got you trapped, you'll make it sound like anything. No disrespect, but I'm just telling you, stop thinking limited. You have way more than 5 senses. So, in the sense to where you have now moved into that trap, and now that trap is the only thing you know, that trap becomes your trauma. 6, your foundation. The only thing you know how to build off of is where you have now found yourself. So, in that sense, yeah, it's your spiritual self, but it's now you in separation. Because the only thing that is building that current you at 6 is everything that you just lied to yourself about. Because it becomes the only doctrine you know how to feel in and pull from, because you already lost contact with yourself. Which means now that you have established yourself as your spiritual self at 6, you now have to go to 7 and figure out who you are. But if I've already moved 7 paces and I don't know who I am, holy sheep shit, Batman. If I've already moved and I'm at 7 and I don't know who I am, you're about to be your own struggle. 8, caught in an infinite loop of trying to figure out where I moved and where I'm going, and you ain't went nowhere. Which means you already hit 9. You lost control. But you've been controlled by everything you think. Exactly. 5 is the ego that's been manipulated and manifested into moving. But who manifested it and who manipulated it and who moved it? Wow. 6 is the beginning of knowing self outside of ego. That's still separation. See, I'm going to know myself outside of myself. Well, who am I? Me outside of me. Still separation. Still a manifested ritual. Still a trap. You truly hung up. Still a trap. You become 5. You become 5 in reverse. You become your own abuser because you've been taught a doctrine on how to figure out how to find yourself in the trap. You still trapped. If you are finding yourself within a trap, you still trapped. There's your 5. You become the Hierophant. The Hierophant already know everything. They just don't know themselves. So then they try and pull from everything they think they know to discover who they are. Holy shit, 6. Because now they outside of the ego. Next, 5-3. Yesterday becomes today. Trauma building in the form of time standing still while you keep thinking you are moving. Okay. Yesterday becomes today. Trauma building in the form of time standing still while you keep thinking you're moving. Where did the thought come from? 5. You've been moved by the thought. Jedi mind trick. Another 5. Another 5. You've been moved by that Jedi mind trick that you've already met the master manipulator, but you don't know who he is. But the answer was, keep connecting to your thoughts. Keep connecting to what you're thinking, and it'll show you everything you need to know. The problem is with that is that there's a difference between knowledge and awareness, and if the only thing that you're aware of is what you know, Jedi mind trick. Jedi mind trick. Because none of this shit's real. So at that point, you already met the 55. Like I said, 5 and 3. Yesterday becomes yeah, exactly. Yesterday becomes today, where you are now the 55. You've already been moved and split into the 2 different directions. Only 5 minus 5 really is nothing. But if 5 minus 5 is nothing, then that means I'm still the fool. Oops. You'll succumb to that thought. That thought done already fooled you. This is the king of earth. This is the old school hermit. This is the one who already went through everything to find himself, but then when he went through himself to find himself, he wasn't who he was. Take that one slowly. When you go through something to find yourself, you're no longer who you were. You're what you allowed yourself to go through. That's where a lot of y'all are at. That's that spiritual journey of trying to find yourself outside your ego. You'll succumb to it. You'll succumb to that thought that told you to trick yourself into going on a journey to find yourself when all you had to do is be still. Who told you you had to move? Your ego. Your ego. Your ego told you had to move, and your ego keep trying to tell you that there's definitions for this shit. Definitions means to be less than fine. Try wholeness. Stop defining yourself and just be whole. So, 5-3. Yesterday becomes today because you get caught in a psychic loop of trying to word stroke your way, which means you're still only 55 and producing more ego. Energy that's being generated and more shit for you to operate through. If you was here at the beginning of the reading, that's what I told you. 5-4-4-4, you're just going to keep on trying to move through the same shit that got you trapped. and you're gonna keep on moving through the same shit that got you trapped, which means you now no longer desire to be free because you got curtains up. So 1-7, you starring in this bullshit. 1, potential. 7, who you think you are. The potential of who you think you are is now been fed to you by your ego, but what you're not realizing is your ego already got fed from something else. You ain't even met the master. You're dealing with the overseer. You're dealing with the overseer. You ain't even made the master's house yet. So 1-7, what are you starring in? The potential of what you can become. Become. You keep creating. But if you don't have the creative rights, you like TLC under a bad contract. Don't go chasing waterfalls. It's a distraction. 28, it's a distraction. Them voices in your head will take you on many different journeys. This is the Queen of Waters. This is the siren, the sea hag, the mermaid. This is that voice in your head to keep on saying, yeah, move this way. I'll show you where there's less struggle. But again, if you was here at the beginning of reading, I told you that's exactly what happens. Your mind that's already captured by this bullshit will keep trying to show you different ways to struggle less, but that motherfucker ain't told you shit about getting free. Ain't told you shit about getting free. It just told you how to make better movements. Holy shit. Ego. Energy being generated and operated, but my higher self then told me how to keep still. Your higher self is just as fucking traumatized as your ego. Your higher self just has a perspective of using less energy, but using energy nonetheless. 17, you starring in some shit. TLC, chasing waterfalls. Where the water falling from? Me, why? Because I'm the creator. But if I've been trapped in thinking that everything here is greater than me and I have to find a correlating point to it as it has now presented itself greater than me, I'm not my own creator. I'm just a subject. I'm just a subject. That shouldn't have played out in history so many damn times. Art imitates life. Where the person that has been caught ahead is really the chosen one and he doesn't get to the mantle until he goes through something and realizes who he really is. He or she. Who told that motherfucker he got to go through all that? The person that put him in an amnesiac state. When you forget who you are, you will try and figure out what you are based off of what you think you know. The shit you starring in. 17, the star card. But there's so much shit for you to star in. You want to know why? Because as the creator, when you give up your creative juices, your become energy, it's the field of infinity. The field of infinity is you that won't keep still because you think you know. 1 + 7, 8, the field of infinity. The infinite struggle of the thoughts in your head. Why am I struggling with the thoughts in my head? Because I don't know they came from me, so I'm too busy chasing them. I don't know that I'm the thinker, so I'm just responsive to what I'm thinking, or what I thought, or what I've been taught, or what I think I know. But if them motherfuckers ain't allowing me to keep still, shh. If they ain't allowing me to keep still, shh. You still in the struggle. And the struggle is real. Or at least it's as real as the struggles with the thoughts in your head until you become the thinker. See, until you can become the thinker and realize that some of the shit that you think is only programming of what you've been taught to know, you won't find stillness. You'll just keep operating out of ego. You'll keep operating out of ego because holy shit, them threes done already deceived you. Them threes ain't gonna show you a way out. Holy shit, for the 12th time in this reading, once again, that trap ain't gonna set you free because why? The trap has all your energy. Because you keep creating more shit within the trap to trap yourself. The thought ain't got to do nothing. Holy shit. The thoughts are already completed. Universe 25. The thoughts are already built the projects. Leave them motherfuckers in there in the projects long enough, they'll contain themselves. Or destroy themselves in the process. Holy sheep shit. Holy sheep shit. Secret of them. National Institute of Mental Health. Holy shit. Hello, man. Another mental health month. Know your thoughts ain't your friend. Your thoughts ain't your friend because they'll deceive you because if it ain't showing you, it's going to show you. It's going to show you what you think you know. But if that what you think you know is not that what you really see, holy shit, may the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. The struggle is real. The struggle is real because May the 4th, a.k.a. May the Force be with you, It comes every year, and we love it. But are you a Jedi mind trick, or are you a Sith with a sickness? Neither one of them are a good look. Quit playing games. Quit playing games. Are you a Jedi mind trick? Have you been tricked into believing everything you think you know because your ego has bought into a program ideology of if I move this way, then I can move less? When the whole trick was move. If the whole trick was move, why am I following my ego? Self-sabotage. A 6 will probably come up. Nah, worse. Wrongdoing. Justification. Linda. 1-1. I already put myself in separation. I gave my potential into what I could become because I thought that I could still stand here and still be it. When giving my potential of what I already am into what I become means I already separated myself. Holy shit, ego. Justification. But, Linda. Listen to me, honey. Listen to me, honey. You're doing it all wrong. Because anything that still leaves you in the ideology of motion already negates stillness. But you got to get there. See, that's the Jedi mind trick. You'll justify not being part of the trick because you've already put curtains up within the trap, that you'll continue to trap yourself because you already tricked yourself into thinking you got the formula on being free, which means you're thought responsive. You're thought responsive, but you're not responsible as a thinker because you still think in finite terms and terminology and movements monitored by energy output instead of energy negation. Energy negation as in, this shit don't deserve my energy. So that means you can quickly go from being a Jedi to a Sith. Holy shit, Anakin. You were supposed to be the chosen one, Anakin. You are, but you just chose to follow your ego. So now you're your own sickness. You at war, there's that 6. You at war with that shit you love, that trap, because you now think you understand what the trap is. I like that because it's very, very untrue. Knowing is not knowing, and knowing is in the heart. How did knowing get in the heart? Knowing does not get into the heart, the attachment vehicle. Knowing does not get into the heart until experience has already been had. You get that? I don't know what ice cream tastes like until I eat it. It's not already wired into my heart. That requires the awareness and the holy shit ego movement of gaining an experience, which requires these motherfuckers right here. 3 thoughts. Thoughts for you to learn how to move your ego energy being generated, to operate it, to find an experience, so that you now have a value. A thinker doesn't have to have a value. Try that. Have a thought about being a fireman. I want to be a fireman. Oh, yeah, I'm good. Holy shit, there was no value. No experience required. It was just the ideology of what I suggested. You get that? There's a difference. Knowledge will get you fucked up because knowledge requires experience. Awareness doesn't require anything. Very, 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 very dangerous wording. Knowledge gets you fucked up. Hell, we know some shit we should have never knew. We got introduced. Hell, you younger motherfuckers, I'm sorry. Y'all being introduced to some shit that y'all should never have seen. Straight up. The younger generations, let's just say 30 and below, y'all are seeing something that you should have never seen. Because the older generations should have been more responsible with our energy to make sure that you were safe. But we were so busy trying to make sure that the system that was designed to keep us safe was safe without giving us safety, that you motherfuckers ain't safe either. Only you don't have enough experience to know that you ain't safe, but you got too much ego to submit to the ideology. If that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you can become trauma responsive and be at war even before you've been there. This is more than just, well, my ancestral DNA. No, this is environmental reactive. You become environmentally reactive to a field that's already in a trap by innately being born into the trap. What was that? The 5 monkey experiment? Something like that. To that point, yeah, where The first 5 monkeys had the experience of being watered down before they go get that banana, but that sixth one ain't no shit going on, but he got his ass whooped anyway. Just look that up. Soul is infinite. The soul is infinite. The soul is that become energy. That soul is that spark that says, I can follow any trauma I want to, even without realizing I'm the one creating it. Because if the soul focuses on finding the soul's path instead of reducing the energy of movements, the soul gets fooled. Ego. The soul will generate energy and keep on going. Spirit is everything before dissection. Soul is spirit in dissection, now trying to find fucking identity and value. So much to the point to where it starts to identify and value what it's went through that it forgets what the fuck it is. And then it start making up shit about what it think it is. At a war with its own separation, doing shit wrong because it's already been deceived and distracted, but it'll keep on succumbing to what it keep on giving its fire to without realizing that it's its own fucking abuser, because it keep on sharing that same bullshit that it keep on rejoicing without realizing that it is the chaos of its own soul only showing it empathy. It's energy moving into a path that it think is him. Empathy. Energy being moved into a path that you think is you. The classic Jedi mind trick. The classic Jedi mind trick to where you become your own keeper. Nobody else's energy is even needed. Nobody else's energy is even needed. But y'all know how it go. You have to let your life tell your tale. You have to let your life tell your tale, because if you can't keep still, it might be that bullshit you think you know. Oops. May the fourth be with you. Nobody really needs support. You need wholeness. And then you can find out who is your reflection. Support ain't even necessary at that point, because reciprocity already kick in. See, more word stroking. I get what you're saying, but just being honest with you. Get to the point to where everybody loses their ideology that I need somebody to support me, and they start supporting themselves, and they only give their energy to things that have reciprocal reflection. That lack mindset goes out. That's poverty consciousness. That's scarcity consciousness. That is present mindset. That is cognitive motherfucking dissonance. Unfortunately, ego won't show you that. Ego won't show you that. When you think you are moved to the point to where I got to have 1,000,000 other people on my side, that is just more dissection of yourself. What's going on, Shelly? That is more dissection of yourself. And again, if you don't understand the ideology of an autoimmune disease, the sick cells don't know they sick. In an autoimmune disease, the sick cells don't know they sick, and they will fight anything that offers them something different, because they've already invested in their healing, even though it ain't never showed up. But you gotta let your life tell your tale. Hold this motherfuckers. Or stay in separation, but either way it go, may the fourth be with you. Stop forcing that shit and let it flow. Or don't. You'll be alright either way it go. Let me out.